Together, we are driven. To motivate. To challenge. To lead. Every practice. Every play. Every day. Every season. 11 schools together in competition. We are the Centennial Conference. Conference is about balance. We want the students to become the best they can be in the classroom, the best they can be in their athletic pursuits, and our colleges do everything we can to enhance that. You're going to feel the exact same things that you will feel as a Division I or Division II athlete in the Centennial Conference. You're going to feel the heart racing. Your teammates are going to be cheering you on. You're going to be in that puddle, firing each other up, getting ready for the opening tip or the first kickoff. All of this is what we look for and we hope that our students get to achieve in the conference. You look at the rivalries in our conference, and these schools have competed against each other for over a century. To be able to turn them over to talented faculty and talented coaches to bring out what we all know is there, that athletic ability, that ability to achieve in the classroom, the ability to achieve in the lab. The community that we build within the Centennial Conference is truly special. We have 11 schools that are competing at everything they do. They're competing for the best faculty, they're competing for the best students, they're putting together the best facilities. There are 43 conferences, and I feel the Centennial Conference is at the top of Division III.
1, 2, 3,
On the field of competition, you're going to be a starter, you're going to be a key reserve. You may be an all-conference player, you may be an all-American player. In the classroom, you are going to achieve great things. You could be on the dean's list. You could receive a departmental award. You could receive the college's highest prize when all is said and done. It's the ability to provide that kind of balance to allow a student to achieve on both ends, which makes the Centennial Conference remarkable.
And your Swarthmore and starting lineups. First for the Pride, a junior from Swarthmore, New Jersey, number 3, Kellyanne Burns. A junior from Ariel, New Jersey, number 4, Brooke Palmieri. A sophomore from Mickleton, New Jersey, number 5, Gabrielle Campbell. A sophomore from Bellingham, Washington, number 7, Stephanie Midnich. A junior from Hughesville, Maryland, number 9, Laura Hauk. A freshman from Reading, Pennsylvania, number 13, Rachel Hafer. A sophomore from Linwood, New Jersey, number 15, Shay Scannell. A sophomore from Horsham, Pennsylvania, number 17, Michaela Malafi. A senior from Glendora, New Jersey, number 18, Erica McDonough. And a senior from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, number 21, Carly Luker. And in goal, a freshman from Havertown, Pennsylvania, number 0, Jenna Keating. Head coach for the Pride is Todd Warasek. He is assisted by Angela Albanese, Scott Bissett, and Jillian Lloyden. And now the starting lineup for your Swarthmore Garnet. A senior from Winchester, Massachusetts, number 3, Catherine Zaves. A sophomore from Sunrise, Florida, number 5, Melissa Curran. A sophomore from Salt Lake City, Utah, number 7, Caroline Coates. A junior from LaGrange, Illinois, number 8, Katie Doherty. A senior from Venice, California, number 9, Hannah Lichtenstein. A sophomore from Denver, Colorado, number 11, Marin McCoy. A junior from Collegeville, Pennsylvania, number 14, Sarah Hancock. A freshman from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, number 16, Brittany Wiederhold. A senior from Pasadena, California, number 20, Miranda Saldivar. A freshman from Oakland, California, number 31, Eleanor Moser. And in goal for the Garnet, a sophomore from Ithaca, New York, number 0, Amy Schmoys. Head coach for the Garnet is Todd Ankaitis. He is assisted by Jeff Fonda, Reba McGeer, Amy Strachan, Erica Moyer, and Amy Johnson. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Swarthmore College joins the NCAA and the Centennial Conference in promoting good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask for your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's Garnet Sports Network broadcast of this women's soccer game between the Swarthmore College Garnet and the Pride of Widener University here at Clothier Field on the campus of Swarthmore College. The Swarthmore College Garnet women's soccer team coming into this game a perfect 7-0, having carried a shutout through 7 games plus about 10 minutes of overtime so far. Goalies Amy Schmoys and Sydney Hunter standing tall so far for the team. And we begin our kickoff. Offensive weapon, Marin McCoy starting with ball, looking for Widerhold down the far side. Widerhold now with the ball. Will pass back to Saldivar. Saldivar dribbles up, finds Curran on the sideline. Widerhold now with the ball. Good spin move there to get past, and she's on a run down the far side. Tried to play it in, but ended up at the feet of Brooke Palmieri. And a foul called early on Swarthmore, so quick little free kick there for Widener. Played up the sideline. And in looking for Burns, popped into the air off of her and out of bounds. So throw in here, taken for Curran for the Garnet. Curran to Liechtenstein. Saldivar now with it. Dribbling up, finds Curran on the far side, who will look at. Ball to Doherty. Doherty will pop it up into the air off of her head, but to Gabrielle Campbell for Widener, who will pass up to Burns, and then the ball will go back. But Sarah Hancock now with the ball. Saldivar taking up the middle. And Marin McCoy almost with a good run there, but the ball a little bit too far ahead for her. And will roll to freshman goalie Jenna Keating for Widener, who will restart play with a punt. Marin McCoy coming into this game at a 2-point per game pace. Having scored 5 goals and 4 assists so far to give her 14 points in 7 games for the Garnet. She was a second-team All-American last year. Doherty now in the corner for Swarthmore. Tried to get that one past Erica McDonough, but the ball goes out of bounds at the back line, so a goal kick here for Widener. Marin McCoy, second-team All-American last year, looking to improve on that performance. Perhaps first team this year. Ball kicked out by Saldivar, but then kicked in. Curran will take it back to Moser. Moser set up looking for Saldivar Liechtenstein, but the ball will go back off of Malofy and into the hands of Schmoys, who will punt it back into play. McCoy with a header looking for Doherty, but the ball goes to Widener. And back with Curran for the Garnet. McCoy now with it. Pops it up in the air looking for Widerhold down the far side, but she is called off sides. And Widener will restart play with an indirect free kick. Long ball here to the middle, looking for Burns on Widener. Good takeaway by Curran. Keeping it in. Widerhold tried to track, but could not keep control. And Doherty almost intercepted that pass there. That went back to goalkeeper Jenna Keating, but she does a good job of clearing that one back up. Curran now is a throw-in on the far side. Moser with it for Swarthmore. Passes back to Zavez. Again with Moser at that left back position. Up to Curran. Swarthmore playing a sort of 4-3-3. Saldivar. McCoy there with a cross there looking into the box and off the head of Doherty and in, but that ball will not count after an offsides call. Widerhold trying to get the takeaway, but the ball will go out of bounds off of Widener. Thrown here by Curran. Finds Liechtenstein on the sideline. Back to Curran. McCoy with it. But taken away by Widener. Widener still with it. Ball is popped up in the air. Saldivar tries to get her head on it for the Garnet, but no good. Campbell now with it. Ball is with Scannell for Widener. Passes up to Burns. Burns on the side to Campbell. Campbell sends it up. Good run here from Erica McDonough. Running down the side of the box towards the back line, but caught up in the feet of defender Caroline Coates and out of bounds. So good job there by Coates to prevent any dangerous crosses in there. But a corner now for Widener. Widener with only one player in the box, and now Bunch will run up, corner low and short, and Coates will take it away. And now on the counterattack up the sideline, finds Doherty near midfield. Doherty will bring back Hancock now with it. Hancock with a long ball up. Coates will pursue, but the ball will go out of bounds. And a throw in here for Widener. Campbell will take. And throw-in goes straight to Liechtenstein. And Liechtenstein, great goal there. From the top near side corner, straight at the goalie, who got a hand on it, tried to tip it over, but a little bit too far for her. And early on, we're off to a Swarthmore lead here. Barely 6.5 minutes gone by here. And Liechtenstein making that one look easy. Long shot there, and over the head of the goalie. Again, she got a hand on it, but not enough to knock it off course. Bad throw in there that led to that goal. Takeaway there by Garnet's Hancock. Liechtenstein will find McCoy. McCoy in all alone, but she is now swarmed by about 4, still with the ball. Great ball skills there. Saldivar will take. Widerhold now with the ball. Widerhold dribbles in, but will lose the ball as she entered the box. Curran will block that one out of bounds, but a throw in here for Widener. Thrown up in the air off the head of Curran, but Widener wins it back off the header. But Curran will take away, finds Widerhold, who passes into Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein still with it, looking for Doherty, but a little bit off course and into the feet of Bella Abrams. Swarthmore back with it at midfield. Dump is to Zavez, ahead to Hancock, who loses control. Campbell now with it. Passes back to Camo, running up the sideline, and tried to feed Burns there, but a little bit too far ahead. Schmoys takes it, passes to Moser. Zavez now with it to Saldivar in the middle. Saldivar will take it upfield. Passes ahead to Doherty. Doherty dumps off for Curran. Curran running ahead, trying to find Wiederhold on the run, but a little bit too far ahead for her. And Jenna Keating picks up and punts it back into play. Off the head of Hancock, Liechtenstein passes off to Hancock. Hancock finds, looking for McCoy running down the near side, but the ball too far ahead for her. And again, Keating will pick up. Good sustained offensive pressure here as Hancock wings it back for the Garnet. Saldivar was it. Good block there by Coates. Coates keeps possession, passes back to Moser. Moser dribble out, kicks it up. Malofy pops it up into the air, and Coates tries to get it out, but the ball will go to Carly Luker for Widener. Luker with a low shot that goalie Amy Schmoys will dive on. And she will punt back into play off the head of Liechtenstein. Try to go to Doherty. Control maintained by Scannell there. Scannell now with it. Taken down by Hancock. No foul called. And Hancock finding McCoy down the near side will take it into the box. And McCoy tried to put a pass in there for Widerhold. Widerhold keeps it in, passes back to Liechtenstein, and Saldivar with a shot. Bobbled by the goalie, but she holds on to that one. Excellent pressure here from the Garnet. The pride of Widener having a lot of trouble clearing it out of their offensive zone. Ball handled at the back by Widener, and it will go out of bounds in their own territory. And a throw in here for Swarthmore. Saldivar with it, passes to Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein playing back in midfield as Coates also comes up into mid. Zavez with a long ball looking for Doherty down the near side, but the ball is out of bounds off of Shea Scannell for Widener. So Marin McCoy will take a throw-in deep in Widener territory here for the Garnet. Throw-in looking for the head of Liechtenstein. And the ball goes out of bounds again. McCoy now with it. McCoy handling. Nice through ball for Liechtenstein. Finds Saldivar. Saldivar with a cross. And Widerhold will poke that one home as Swarthmore doubles their lead 12 minutes in. Widerhold, a freshman out of nearby Downington, Pennsylvania. Freshman with her third goal of the season here. She's off to a pretty hot start. The only players on the team with more the top line forwards of Liechtenstein, McCoy, and Doherty. So she's making an impact, and she's been rewarded for that with a spot in the starting lineup. Great job by Coach there, keeping it in. Plays the ball through the legs, looking for Liechtenstein, but a little bit too far ahead for her. Off of Widerhold, who chases. Widerhold looking for another chance there. Swarthmore playing a pretty heavily offensive formation here with practically 4 forwards in Widerhold, Doherty, McCoy, and Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein playing a sort of hybrid striker and midfield role. Ball is pumped back into play, kept in by Saldivar, but then Burns pops it up in the air for Widener. Moser tracks it down. Ball is back to Zavez, and Coates will clear up. Campbell tried to keep it in there for Widener, and the ball, foul called there on the challenge by Doherty, it looks like. Great job by Coates there with that takeaway. Ball is ahead from Doherty to McCoy, but she will turn it over to Malofy of Swarthmore. Tried to find Mindich, but ball way too far ahead for her. And Schmoys will pick up. And Schmoys punts back into play. Luker tried to find McDonough there, but couldn't control it. Coates now with it. Passes to Hancock. Hancock to Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein with a little pop-up tried to find Hancock, but knuckled a little bit weirdly on her. Ball kept in by Saldivar. And Keating passes it in. Ball with Palmieri for Widener. Palmieri finds Campbell. Campbell with a little bit of an errant pass there, trying to find me. Again, McDonough, number 18, on the sideline for Widener. Ball now with Scannell. Again, tried to pass ahead to McDonough, but the ball will go out of bounds. And ball out of bounds there, off of Doherty. Doherty with it, passes back to Hancock. Throw-in from Coates, but Liechtenstein takes. Hancock passes back to Saldivar. Saldivar passes ahead to Liechtenstein, but trapped by the legs of Shea Scannell there for Widener. Scannell with it. Dribbles up. Hancock chasing. Pushed down, but foul called there on Sarah Hancock. So a free kick here for Widener. Scannell takes it high, but cleared up by Saldivar. Off the head of McCoy. And now Liechtenstein running in here alone. One defender. But again, looking for another one of those long shots, but straight into the hands of Jenna Keating, who punts back into play. McCoy now with it. Saldivar. And the ball lost by Burns. Zavez now with it in the middle of the backfield. Hancock to Coates. And Coates will pass it off of Liechtenstein. Tried to find Doherty, but she couldn't get on it. And ball now with goalie Jenna Keating, who will pass it ahead for Laura Hook. But Widerhold intercepted that pass. Widerhold running in, shot from a bad angle, blocked by Keating. And taken away from McCoy there. But Hancock will regain possession for the Garnet. Hancock passes ahead to Liechtenstein. And offsides called on the Garnet. So free kick here to McDonough on the near side. Passes up for McDonough trying to make a run, but Zavez, good block there. Ball back with McDonough though from Campbell. But again taken away by Zavez, kept in by Coates. Coates now with it. And Zavez will pop it up off the head of Doherty, but back to Shea Scannell with it for Widener. Doherty chasing. And the ball will roll out of bounds there. Coates with the throw into Liechtenstein. Hancock now with it. Zavez. Moser now. Dribbling out of the backfield. Curran now with it on the far side. Back to Moser. Moser looked to play the ball through to McCoy, but into traffic. And now Widerhold with a run down the far side. She's coming in fast. Lofts a shot into there. Sorry, a cross trying to find Doherty. And the ball goes out of bounds. Clear there. Up and out. And substitutions here. As Widerhold, Hancock, and Saldivar will come out for Kana. Another freshman, Seneca Kingurzo. and Caroline Meyer for the Garnet. Corner kick, high up into the air, and headed out. Kept in by Kana, though, and then popped up into the air. Meyer back to Coates, finds Meyer near the top of the box, who will send a low shot in that's easily corralled there by Jenna Keating. And punt from Keating off the head of Meyer, now with Curran. Curran tried to feed Kana on the wing, but couldn't find her. And ball out of bounds off of Widener. Throwing from Kana to McCoy. And the ball is cleared up. Rolls to Moser. Moser to Curran, back and back. And the ball's back deep to Zavez. Ball to Meyer from Kingurzo. Tried to find McCoy, but off the feet of Palmieri. Ball ahead to Burns for Widener. But another takeaway from Swarthmore. Coates now with it. Pass ahead to Lichtenstein. Now with Meyer. Meyer still with it. And ball will roll out off of Luker. Throwing from Coates to Doherty. Ball back to Coates. Up to Meyer on the near side. Into Kingurzo, who will let it go past and roll to Moser. Moser to Kingurzo. Kingurzo finds Curran. Curran will dribble in. And again, ball from Curran to Kingurzo. Tried to find Kana making a run down the far side. Moser will take, passes back to Zavez. Zavez to Coates on the near side. Ball played up to Lichtenstein, and Lichtenstein looking for Doherty making a run, but takeaway by Shea Scannell. But she will kick out and throw in now for the Garnet, taken by Coates. Low ball finds Lichtenstein. Doherty now, making a run into the box. Tries to cross it in to find either McCoy or Lichtenstein. But corner here for Swarthmore. High corner, dropping in. Doherty tried to get her head on it. And Coates will keep it in for the Garnet. Coates tries to find Doherty, but a little bit too far in front of her. And Keating will pick up for the Pride. Ball is up off the head of Meyer, but Widener now with it. Luker passes to Campbell. Campbell still with it. Dribbling into the middle, and Moser will get her head on it, but the ball goes out of bounds off of her. Lots of substitutions now for Widener as Dionisio, Slusher, Reyes, and Abrams will all Come on. For the Pride. Throwing, looking for Burns in the box. And hard collision there between Zavez and Burns. But both back on their feet. Foul called. Short kick there from Schmoys to Zavez. Zavez will dribble up. Passes to Coates. Coates to Lichtenstein. Lichtenstein will pass back to Meyer. Meyer finds Kingurzo. And Kingurzo will chip a shot up trying to find McCoy. Kana tried to keep that one in, but the ball will go to Widener. Moser chases back. Pass is to Zavez. Coates. Lichtenstein with it. And she is fouled. Free kick here for Swarthmore. Short kick from Coates to Kingurzo. Long ball from Kingurzo off the head of Doherty. McCoy now with it. McCoy tried to feed it through to Lichtenstein, but into traffic. And Curran gets it. Kana now with it. Kana puts a shot up, but handled by Jenna Keating. And Keating will punt back into play. But the ball will roll back off of Widener and out of bounds. Thrown from Coates to Zavez. Zavez with the dump to Moser. Moser feeds it through to Lichtenstein, but she does not maintain possession. Ball now with Dionisio. Ball ahead from Palmieri. Finds Burns. Burns will dump it off to Reyes. Kept in by Widener, but Kingurzo will pass to Moser, who pass it up to Kana. Reyes with it, passes back to Scannell. Popped it into the air by Dionisio and off the head of Burns. Took a short hop, but easily handled by goalie Amy Schmoys. Curran with it, down the sideline. Passes ahead to Kana. Down the far side. Will dribble in near the back line. Tries to put a cross up. And ball looked as if it might have crossed the goal line there, but no go call from the referees. Foul called on Swarthmore. Ball went off the head of Doherty. Looked like it might have broken the plane of the back line, but no call. Curran will take this throw-in for the Garnet into the air. Good job by McCoy to take possession. Kingurzo tries to play it through. Ball is back to Moser. Moser to Zavez. Zavez passes up to Moser. Moser with the long ball finds McCoy. McCoy still with it. And McCoy will toe on up. Kana chases it down near the back line, puts the ball up, and she will score. Beautiful ball there from Kana. Find the back of the net, and Swarthmore extends its lead to 3-0. Doherty got a little deflection there. Ball went over goalkeeper Jenna Keating. Doherty had a nice deflection. Kana pops it up. Melee Johnson now into the game for Swarthmore. She's scored this season. Had a couple good campaigns for the past 2 years. Ball's out of bounds off of Widener, so throwing here for Coates. Throwing short to Meyer. Meyer will dump it off for Moser. Moser dribbles up towards midfield. Finds Curran on the sideline. And Moser pops it up looking for Kana, but the ball will roll to Coates. Coates passes inside to Kingurzo. Kingurzo looking for Melee Johnson making a run. Melee Johnson tried to keep that one in, but a little bit past her. And goal kick here for Jenna Keating. Off the head of Meyer. And the ball will go out off of Widener. And again out off Widener. Coates with the throw-in. Throw-in is to Meyer. Meyer tried to pass that one up for Bronco low. Ball will go back to Kingurzo. McCoy now with it. Tried to feed Bronco low, but the ball will go out of bounds off of Widener. Curran with the throw-in on the far side.
Entering the game for Swarthmore, number 23, Emma Tapp.
And Zaves, the center back, will come out as freshman Emma Tapp will come into the game. Curran takes for Swarthmore. Tapp now with it. Tapp to Coates. Coates fighting for it there with Dionisio, and the ball will go out off of her. Throw-in will be taken by Campbell.
Into the game for Widener, number 6, Katie Minnich.
And the ball is out off of Dionisio. Coates now with it for Swarthmore to Meyer. Errant pass there, but foul called. Meyer draws the foul, so Coates will quickly take this free kick. Finds Kingurzo, taken by Kana, and ball is out of bounds off of Kana, so throw in here by Campbell for Widener. Campbell will throw up, but Meyer tries to chase it down, but the ball still with Widener. And Moser tries to clear it back up. Captain Curran now with the ball for the Garnet. Errant pass there goes to Rachel Hafer. Good job by this Swarthmore defense. They've had a number of good takeaways. Ball now with Bronco low. McCoy looking for a cross, but ball a little bit too far ahead for her. Bronco low keeps it in. Passes to Johnson. And Reyes now with the ball for Widener. She will take up, but taken away by Coates and goes to Gurzo and out of bounds. So throw in. Taken by Coates now. And McCoy will come out. Ball is kept in there by Scannell on the sideline. Scannell again with it. Gets past Johnson. Passes up for Midnich. Looking for Dionisio down the near side with the ball. Too far ahead for her and will go out of bounds.
Entering the game for Swarthmore, number 2, Sydney Kovitz.
Substitution here for Swarthmore as Sydney Kovitz comes into the game. And an offsides called. Bronco low. Well in front of that last line of defense there when the ball went up. So free kick here. Taken by Scannell for Widener. And Scannell with the pass to Palmieri. Scannell back with it. Taken away by Johnson. Kana trying to feed it to Bronco low. But cleared out. Widener with it now, but off Moser. Meyer with it. Good job there by Meyer. Kana will now take it up. Finds Kovitz. Kovitz with a long ball. Bronco low pulled up there. And lob shot in there from, looks like, Meyer. Ball goes out of bounds at the back. Shot was wide. And goalie Jenna Keating will line up for this goal kick. Goal kick is up. Finds Kovitz. Kovitz now with it for the Garnet. Kovitz pass ahead to Johnson. And almost deflected on goal there by Claire O'Brien. But instead, Swarthmore will settle for a corner here. They will bring 6 or 7 into the box. Corner is high. Johnson tracks it down, sends a shot and off the back of Eva Reyes to Gurzo. And ball is trapped there by, and lobbed up into the air by Melly Johnson, who tried to chip it over the goalie, but she catches it. But Bronco low takes away and sends a shot in. Blocked by goalie Keating, but she cannot hang on to it. She's had a little trouble today catching and holding on to those balls for Widener. A lot of deflections off of her. And Melissa Curran will come out for freshman Lauren Savo. And another corner here for Swarthmore. Taken by Claire O'Brien. Bryan with a shot up. Meyer tried to get her head on that. Kovitz will keep it at the back line. Great move there by Kovitz. Kovitz with a shot in. Savo aggressively looking for a takeaway. And foul called. Johnson looked for the fast kick in there, but instead Garnet will set up for the kick. Johnson will take it. Johnson with a shot in, but handled by Keating there. Keating will punt this one back into play off of the head of Emma Tapp. And Kovitz will dump it off to Schmoys. Ball now with Moser. Moser with a long ball looking for O'Brien and Bronco Lowe, but can't find them. Ball in, looking for Widener, number 28, but can't find her. Ball now with Savo. Back to Moser. Moser will pass ahead, but kept in by Minnich. Minnich fees Erico. But up from Gurzo. Kovitz now with it. Kovitz feeds Meyer. Meyer passes to Kin Gurzo, who pass ahead to Kana. Good move there from her. Up from Kin Gurzo. But blocked there by Hafer. Counterattack here from Widener. Fire between Bella Abrams and Caroline Kana. Ball now with Ava Reyes for Swarthmore. Sorry, for Widener. And the ball was high ball there. And Schmoys came forward to try to catch that one. And the ball goes out of bounds at the back off of her corner here. Ball back in the corner now with Erico. Finds Scannell. But Swarthmore now on the counterattack. Melee Johnson. Melee Johnson with the takeaway. Kovitz now with it. Kovitz gets around. Burns. Ball into the air. Off the head of Palmieri. We'll move there to get it to Campbell, but Tapp will take it away. Campbell now with it. And Tapp will block it, but out of bounds. So a throw in here. Ball inside to Minnich, but Kana now with it for the Garnet. Minute left to play in this half. Moser passes ahead, and offside is called. Widener's been getting some good offensive pressure in the last couple minutes. And Tap tried to clear. And Erico tried to put a shot on, but it was from a bad angle. Ended up going behind the goal. And Schmoys will line up for this goal kick. 10 seconds left to play. Kingurzo with it. Popped up by Erico. And the ball will go out of bounds to end the half. In other action today for Swarthmore Sports later, men's soccer will be playing on this field at 7 o'clock against St. Mary's College. And women's volleyball will be playing at 7:30 against F&M. And we will close this half with Swarthmore leading 3-0. We've had a margin of 9 shots on goal to 1 for Widener. Widener having some serious trouble getting offensive pressure on the Garnet. And the Garnet have just been piling it on. We've seen goals from Doherty, Liechtenstein, and freshman Widerholt here in this half. I've had some great defense from their starters Coates, Moser, and Zavez, and they'll look to continue that success as we go into the second half in about 15 minutes. Swarthmore holding a shutout now for almost 700 minutes, and they will look to continue that. Thank you for joining us on the Garnet Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Together, we are driven. To motivate. To challenge. To lead. Every practice. Every play. Every day. Every season. 11 schools together in competition. We are the Centennial Conference. Is about balance. We want the students to become the best they can be in the classroom, the best they can be in their athletic pursuits, and our colleges do everything we can to enhance that. You're going to feel the exact same things that you would feel as a Division I or Division II athlete in the Centennial Conference. You're going to feel the heart racing. Your teammates are going to be cheering you on. You're going to be in that huddle, firing each other up, getting ready for the opening tip or the first kickoff. All of this is what we look for and we hope that our students get to achieve in the conference. You look at the rivalries in our conference, and these schools have competed against each other for over a century. To be able to turn them over to talented faculty and talented coaches to bring out what we all know is there, that athletic ability, that ability to achieve in the classroom, the ability to achieve in the lab. The community that we build within the Centennial Conference is truly special. We have 11 schools that are competing at everything they do. They're competing for the best faculty, they're competing for the best students, they're putting together the best facilities. There are 43 conferences, and I feel that the Centennial Conference is at the top of Division III.
1, 2, 3,
On the field of competition, you're going to be a starter, you're going to be a key reserve. You may be an all-conference player, you may be an all-American player. In the classroom, you are going to achieve great things. You could be on the dean's list. You could receive a departmental award. You could receive the college's highest prize when all is said and done. It's the ability to provide that kind of balance to allow a student to achieve in both ends, which makes the Centennial Conference remarkable.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Jacob Brady, a freshman here at Swarthmore. Joining you live from Clothier Field here at Swarthmore College. Watching a non-conference women's soccer game between the Pride of Widener and the Swarthmore College Garnet. Swarthmore leading 3-0 after the first half, as they will rest a number of their starters. Notables currently on the bench include Doherty, who had a goal near the end of the first period. Ball with Emma Tapp. She's now playing left back. She was at the center back position there for a while, and playing sort of dual center back position. McCoy with a run on, but offsides called. Swarthmore now playing a little bit more conservatively after finding themselves under a pretty good amount of pressure from the offensive Widener there at the end of the first half, playing with 4 defenders. Savo at left back, Kovitz at right back, and Tappan Zaves at center back, with Savo playing a aggressive defensive position. Ball too far ahead there for O'Brien. And a goal kick here now for Jenna Keating of Widener. Keating. Ball goes to Lichtenstein. McCoy plays it in looking for O'Brien, who will flick it back for Lichtenstein, but loses control. Savo regains for the Garnet. Zaves with it. Into the air by Dennison, and out of bounds as Kovitz tried to chase down. Throw in here. Ball popped up into the air, but Zaves will keep it in with a header. Alana Elliott in for the Garnet, freshman forward out of Monrovia, California. And another throw in here for the Garnet. They'll put a couple bodies in the box. Thrown from McCoy, and Summer Dennison tried to find a shot there, but could not connect with the back of the goal. So, corner here for Swarthmore. I'm sorry. Throw in, actually. And Lichtenstein will pop it up. O'Brien tried to track it down in the air. Still fighting for possession. Savo tried to keep it in. And Saldivar will regain possession. Dennison to Savo. Back to Dennison, who will swing it out for Saldivar. Saldivar puts it up line for O'Brien. Saldivar back with it. Saldivar puts one in off the back of Lichtenstein, and she can't track that one down. And foul there called on Swarthmore. Widener player is down in the box. That looks to be Campbell. Seems to be trying to avoid putting too much weight on that right side. But she is back up. She is back up, and she will stay in for Swarthmore. I'm sorry, for Widener. Tap now with it for Swarthmore. Ball with Liechtenstein. Plays it through to O'Brien. O'Brien briefly in there alone, but a good job by Scannell to poke that one away. Ball with Liechtenstein. Back to Saldivar. Saldivar will play it through for O'Brien. But taken away. And counterattack by Widener. Off the head of Burns. And the ball will go back to Schmoys. Will pass in for Savo down the near side. Savo pass ahead to Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein tried to find McCoy, but she is back with it. But ball taken away by Hook. Savo will chase this one down. Pressure on her from Burns. And then out of bounds by Slusher of Widener. Throwing. It's with Saldivar. But Saldivar's pass is out of bounds. So it's throwing here for Widener. Taken by Rachel Hafer. Throwing, looking for Slusher, but it will go out of bounds off of Savo. Ball looked to be out anyways. And a substitution here as Campbell, one who was down in the box, will come out. Ball is off Savo's head, but then O'Brien will tap it out. So another throw-in for Hafer. Slusher tried to shake Savo. Lots of pressure here from Widener. And Schmoys will grab that one out of the air. Schmoys rolls it ahead for Zaves. Zaves with the pass to Kovitz. Kovitz keeps it in on the sideline. Kovitz still with the ball. Dennison tried to dribble it up, but taken away. Tap now with it for Swarthmore. Zaves passes to Kovitz. Ball back with Widener off of McCoy. And O'Brien tried to chase it down, but intercepted by Slusher. Long ball in, but Zaves into the corner. Takeaway there by Burns. And Tap will clear that one out of the box. Ball put up into the air. No danger there. And a goal kick here for Amy Schmoys. Schmoys will line up for this one. Kick is short to tap. Savo now running up the near side. Savo to Saldivar. Saldivar dribbling up. Finds Lichtenstein through traffic. Lichtenstein looking for O'Brien. Too far ahead for her. And Kovitz overcommitted there. And the ball with Dionisio. Dionisio tried to put a cross in, looking for Burns. But a corner now for Widener. And it will be taken by Malofy. High corner. And cleared up there by Elliott. But the ball is now back with Scannell. But save there by Schmoys. Saldivar with it. Passes to Savo. Savo into the middle for Dennison. Dennison will pass it back. Zavez now with it. Zavez with a long ball up the far side and out of bounds off of Midnich of Widener. Throwing looking for McCoy, but deflected. Kovitz now with it for Swarthmore. Dumps it off for Dennison. Dennison with the swing out to Saldivar. Saldivar in the middle to McCoy. And Savo tried to come up on that one. But the ball will go back to O'Brien, who flicks it up into the air. Dennison will keep it in. Tried to find O'Brien through traffic. Saldivar deflects that one up in the air. Ball is back to Midnich. Little head flick there from Malofy to pass to Reyes. And Slusher with a run, trying to cut into the box. But Savo will challenge. Good challenge there by Lauren Savo. Did enough to poke that ball away from Lexi Slusher with a dangerous run, but stopped short of fouling her. So great job there. But Burns tried to put a shot on, and Schmoys did a good job of getting over to the post. Shot was going wide regardless. But Schmoys showing awareness there as a keeper, sealing off that bottom corner at the far post. Ball off the head of Saldivar. Lichtenstein trying to chase down. Ball now with Hook to Reyes. Reyes still with it. And popped up in the air by Burns. Kovitz chasing down one-on-one with Dionisio. And Kovitz will try to pass that one to McCoy, but a little bit too far past her. Ball now back with Scannell. Abrams. Up in the air for Burns, but off the shoulder of Tap. Popped up in the air by Dennison, but off the head of Scannell and out of bounds. Throwing now for Saldivar. And freshman
Entering the game for Swarthmore, number
Lou
18,
Rosler will come on for Savo. Her first minutes of this game. Freshman from Bexley, Ohio. Ball flicked up. Scannell now trying to make a run. Tries to feed Malofi there, but she can't get solid possession. So ball's to Saldivar. McCoy tried to pass to O'Brien, but Elliott almost wins it back. Liechtenstein challenge and Liechtenstein will take possession. McCoy now with a run, one-on-one against the goalie. And she sends that one just wide. Tried to send a soft shot to the lower right corner, but wide of net. Had the goalie beat because Keating came up to challenge off the back of McCoy there. O'Brien sent a shot in, and Keating tried to gain possession, but instead will knock that one out of bounds. So a corner here for Swarthmore. Taken by O'Brien. O'Brien off the head of McCoy. And little overhead shot there from Elliott, but right into the hands of Keating. Punt there from Keating, but the ball will go to Dennison, who'll pass to Kovitz. Kovitz passes ahead, and Liechtenstein muscles her mark off the ball, and foul called. And injury, it looks like, for Swarthmore. Luis Rosler only played a minute or so there. She started off the season injured with a ankle injury. Let's hope it's not a re-injury there, as she will get checked out. On the trainer's table, Caroline Coates, who was very solid on defense in the first half for the Garnet, will come on in her stead. Ball taken away by Liechtenstein. Saldivar now with it for Garnet, as they will press up. Saldivar feeds McCoy. And shot from O'Brien. High and into the netting behind the goal. Tried to put that one top shelf. Brittany Wiederhold will come on for the Garnet. She scored a goal in the first half. Freshman out of Downington, PA. And McCoy tries to volley that one, but a little bit too high. And goal kick here for Widener. And low kick there. And ball from Slusher to Reyes. Reyes with it near midfield. Scandal with it. She will dribble up, but taken away by Kingurzo. Kingurzo feeds McCoy. McCoy one-on-one and goal from Marin McCoy. Beautiful goal there. She was fed by a great pass from Seneca Kingurzo. She came one-on-one in and again against goalie Jenna Keating. Sent that one basically dead center into net. Bronco Low will now come in and for McCoy. That was McCoy's 6th goal of the season for the Garnet, leading all Garnet scorers in goals and points. Sticking to that 2-goal a game pace. Hard shot, hard corner in from Widener hold. And the ball out of bounds at the back line. So, goal kick here. Miranda Saldivar will come out for Caroline Kana. Goal kick in there. Kingurzo tried to keep it in. Ball tried to pass up for Lexi Slusher, but too far ahead for her. And taken away from Summer Dennison by Abrams, but back with the Garnet. Kingurzo and Hook fighting for it. Ball with Slusher, tries to pass that one in into Reyes. Caroline Coates chases it down in the corner, but taken away by Bella Abrams. Abrams comes in towards the box, but her shot is blocked out by Dennison. Coates again tracks it down in the corner. Coates passes in to Dennison, and Dennison will clear out, but kept in by Hook. Hook to Hafer. Hafer to Scannell. Chased by Bronco Low, but great move to get around her. And ball a little bit too far ahead for Lexi Slusher there for Widener. So goal kick here for the Garnet. Taken by Amy Schmoys. Schmoys passes to Zaves. Zaves to Kovitz down the far side. And Kovitz trying to feed Bronco Low. But the ball a little bit too strong there. Punt is up in the air. Kingurzo passes to Kana. Kana now with it for the Garnet. Back to Coates. Coates with a pass up ahead trying to find Kana. A little bit of shirt grabbing there. Ball now with Luker to Dennison. Alana Elliott taking up the sideline. And she will drag her mark down. A little bit of tangling on the ground there. And foul called. So Widener with a free kick. Ball's up for Lara Hook. Scannell. Now Luker with it. But Dennison will take over. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Widener. Hits the flag marker there.
Into the game for Swarthmore, number 31.
And Coates will get her a round of applause as she comes off. She's had a pretty great performance for the Garnet here today. Ball is popped up it into the air. Kana now with it at the far side. Kana trying to find a lane to play it in. Bronco Low will try to chase it down. Ball now with Erico. To Hook. Scannell with it. And chip shot there from Ken Gerzo, which is picked up by Keating. Bronco Low making her a run on this one, but she is boxed out there by her defender, Brooke Palmieri. Couple substitutions now. Melee Johnson will come out for Swarthmore. And Sydney Coleman and then Katie Minnich will come on for Widener.
Into the game for Widener, number
Kovitz making a run into the box, pops it up, and
number 26, Melee Johnson.
Kana tried to get her head on that one. Ball now with Carly Luker. Swings it out to the sideline for McDonough. McDonough tries to play Abrams inside. And ball will go out. Good box out there by Zavez. She was shoved down as that ball rolled out. And Moser will take the goal kick for Swarthmore. Short kick. And volleyed up by Katie Minnich for Widener, but easily handled there by Amy Schmoys. Punt is up. But back to Widener. Another long ball played in. Foot race here between McDonough and Kovitz. But the ball will roll out. And another goal kick here for Schmoys. And Schmoys sends this one up. Dennison fighting for it. And Hafer with it. Passes to Erico. Erico dribbling up. And Schmoys will come out to pick that one up. And she will punt this ball back into play here. Ball's popped up by Burns. Schmoys passes to Tap. Tap finds Kana. Dennison's pass is blocked by Coleman. And takeaway there by Erico. But errant ball there, as that will go out of bounds. Tap will now take the throw-in. Johnson comes up to receive. Passes to Dennison, who dumps to Moser. Moser with a swing out to Zavez. Zavez passes to Kovitz on the far side, and Kovitz with a ball in finds Bronco low, but she can't take solid possession. Melee Johnson now with the ball for the Garnet, but it will go to Erico of Widener. Another foot race here between Kovitz and McDonough. And Schmoys tries to clear that one up. Tap now with it for the Garnet. But Erico will intercept from Widener. Shot in from her. And Schmoys will come to catch that one out of the air. And long shot in. Takes a couple hops and straight into the hands of Schmoys. Tap now with it on the near side. Puts it up into the air. Johnson and Bronco Low will pursue. Ball in the corner. Bronco Low with the takeaway. Tried to play it in, but ball deflected. Over the head of Kana. Tap fighting for it. And Moser with the takeaway on defense. Zavez passes to Moser. Moser to Tap. Wider hold, muscling her way past a couple defenders to try to get on that ball. It's now back with Zavez. Moser takes. Kick is long into the middle, off the head of Bronco Low. Melee Johnson try to track that one down. And the ball will be called out of bounds off of her. So a goal kick here for Widener.
For Widener, number 29, Mazlanka, and for Swarthmore, number 19, Justine Albert.
Goal kick is short, but Johnson with the takeaway. Kingurzo. And chipped out of bounds. Tap will take the throw-in. Passes is to Bronco Low. Tap to Dennison. Johnson now. Johnson tried to get it past number 13 there, Rachel Hafer, but it was blocked by her. Ball now with Mazlanka. And out of bounds off Swarthmore. So it's thrown here for Widener. From Mazlanka to Minnich. Kovitz tried to keep that one in on the sideline. Throw in. And Zavez will chip that one up. Muscle up there by Kingurzo. McDonough tried to find Erico there. Tap to Melee Johnson for the Garnet. And Bronco Lowe looks to pursue, but ball is too far ahead for her. And a goal kick here for Widener. Taken by Jenny Keating. Erico will take it. Erico dribbling pass. Tap. Erico with a run up the near side. Tries to play it in for Maslanka. Tap back with it. And off of Maslanka and out of bounds. So, throw in here to be taken by Tap. Now, Caroline Meyer, number 6, will come on for Swarthmore, along with number 27, Madeline James. Ball's with Zavez to Moser. Moser passes to Tap. Tap now with space. Down the near side, Kingurzo passes to Tap. Bronco Lowe tries to chip that one up for Tap, and the ball will go out of bounds off of Tap, so goal kick here. Taken by Jenna Keating for Widener. She will line up for this one. Short kick off of the face of Kingurzo. And throw in here by Widener. Ball tipped out by Tap. Another throw in for Widener to Maslanka. And the ball will go out off of her. Throw into Meyer to Tap. Tap will pass back to Moser, who will swing it over to Zavez. Zavez passing up for Kovitz. Kovitz with a long ball tried to find either Bronco Lowe, looked like. And Meyer came forward to try to keep that one in, but the ball goes out of bounds off of her. That time. Off that of Kingurzo, Bronco Lowe finds some space, puts a shot up, but little high, and will roll down the backside of the net. That had just fallen a little bit faster, it might have found its way top shelf over the top of goalie Keating there. And Kovitz takes that away off her chest. Kovitz now. Kingurzo will take the throw-in. Kingurzo sends one into the box, looking for Moser. Will take it. Passes to Tap on the near side. Tap back to Moser. Moser swing over to Zavez. Zavez still with it to Meyer. Meyer to Tap. And Kingurzo tried to chip that one up for Johnson, but Couldn't find her. Off that of Kin Gurso now. And out of bounds. So a throw in here for Widener. Swarthmore still with a seemingly insurmountable 4-0 lead with 6 minutes to play here. Throwing now for Widener. James now with it for the Garnet. To Meyer. Meyer plays it through. But Johnson not quite fast enough to track that one down. So a throw in here will be taken by her.
Swarthmore, number 29, Alex Frost.
And number 29, Alex Frost will now come on for Swarthmore. Another freshman in place of Kin Gurso. Tap now with the ball. Chavez. Now with Frost. Passes from Frost to Moser. Moser takes it up. Puts a ball through, looking for Johnson, but trapped there. And the ball rolls back to her. Chavez now with it. Chavez plays that one through for Albers. Albers still with it. Albers tries to put a cross into the box, deflected by Bronco Low, and the ball will go out of bounds off that Widener clearance. Kovitz now with it on the far side. Ball's with Frost. Frost tries to find Johnson, but the ball a little too far ahead for her. Can't chase that one down. And the ball will go out of bounds at the back. So a goal kick here for Widener. Off the head of Meyer. Erico now with it for Widener. Meyer dribbles up, taken away from her. Ball rolls to Johnson. Johnson will take it into the box. Meyer now with it. Meyer fires a shot in. A little bit too high. And the ball will go over the net. And goal kick here. Again, taken by Jenna Keating. Flicked up by Erico off the goal kick. Alex Frost aggressively chasing that one. And she has a foul called on her after an aggressive challenge. Free kick there from Palmieri to Tap. Tap, pass ahead to Bronco Low. Bronco Low keeps possession, but will lose it to Palmieri. And throw in. Maslanka with it for Widener. Frost now. Frost and Maslanka battling for the ball. Moser with it. Moser will send one up. Bronco Low looking for Albers on the far side, but Midnich will handle, but out of bounds off of her. So a throw-in now by Kovitz. Albers tried to find the header there. Another throw-in. Again by Kovitz. Albers with it. Albers tries to pass it in to James. But counterattack here by Scannell. Scannell feeds Erico down the near sideline. She is challenged by Moser, and Moser will block it and take possession. Down to 1 minute here in this game. Swarthmore still with that commanding 4-0 lead. And Schmoyes will grab it. And Swarthmore will look to take its time, keep possession as the ball is punted back into play. Meyer with it. Feeds Melee Johnson. Melee Johnson with a running on goal. But she cannot find space. Kept in by Alex Frost. We're down to 15 seconds of time. And the ball goes out of bounds.
9, 8, 7, 6,
and
5, 4,
throw in here.
2, 1.
And regulation ends here at Clothier Field Stadium here at Swarthmore College. Swarthmore with a great 4-0 win. They scored 3 goals within the first 30 minutes and change of the game. And then another one in this second half. Of course, your usual suspects with those goals. Hannah Lichtenstein with her 4th of the season. Brittany Widener, the freshman, with her 3rd. Katie Doherty with her 4th. And leading scorer and All-American candidate Marin McCoy scores her 6th in 8 games. So great job here offensively by Swarthmore. Also defensively, only allowing 2 shots on goal, both of which handled pretty easily by goalie Amy Schmoyes. And Swarthmore will extend its shutout to 729 and 58 seconds. Shutout here. The longest currently active in NCAA Division III. And they will look to continue their success on Saturday against Dickinson in conference play. Thank you for joining us here for this stream of Garnet women's soccer against Widener University. We'll be back in about 20 minutes on the Garnet Sports Network with men's soccer action. Thank you.